one of the things we need to take responsibility for as people who create institutions for student learning and success is we have to create relationship opportunities. And we've already talked about one, which is academic advising. But a class is a group, and powerful things happen in those groups. Roommate relationships, relationships that develop in student activity groups, fraternities, sororities, service groups, ROTC groups, athletic groups, dating groups, romantic groups. I mean, there's so many group possibilities, but that's where the deepest learning takes place. And we know from more than 50 years of research now that the greatest impact on college students during the college years, and this is a kind of scary conclusion for some, is not the impact of a professor like me, although I can and do have a significant impact, and so do the staff, but the greatest impact is from other students, on students.
I think one reason relationships are so important in the undergraduate experience is that undergraduates are developmentally growing, learning, becoming adults, emerging adults, some people say. And so there's a lot going on in their lives, and they're trying to sort a lot out. Who are they? Who do they want to be? Who do they want to become? And, that's true. We know for 18 to 22-year-olds. It's actually true, I think, for all undergraduates.
A fair amount of research, some of it somewhat dated, but a fair amount of research tells us that relationships are critical for student learning, especially women and students of color actually seem to learn better in relationship.
The undergraduate experience is a time to sort through who you are and who you want to become. And the undergraduate education should challenge you to think about yourself in new and different ways. The best way to do that is in relationship with other people. People who can help, who can listen to you, who can hold you accountable to what you say you value and what you say you want to do, and remind you of that when you need to be reminded. And people who can offer you alternatives, help you see different visions of what you could be.
In doing research for this book, I had wonderful conversations with two colleagues here on my own campus, Maureen Vandermaas-Peeler in psychology and Paul Miller in exercise and sports science. And we talked about this very question a lot. And I think that the two characteristics that are most important is this sort of blend of challenge and support. Students thrive on challenge. I think they get motivated by challenge. They want to do hard things. They want to be pushed and encouraged and to do things beyond their limits. But I also think they know they need to be able to check in, get advice. Inevitably, doing hard things results in failure, and students need to be helped to be taught about resiliency and getting back on your feet. And when I look at the best relationships, say between faculty and students on our own campus, I see that blend of challenge and support that students thrive on.